Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be everything wedding. It's going to be a long video, so grab a snack. There's a lot of things I want to cover, so I hope you're prepared. Before I talk about the wedding day and things more pertaining to that, I do want to talk about the rehearsal dinner first. So if you didn't know, we had our wedding in Houston, Texas. So if you are a Houston bride, all of this information should be good for you to keep in mind. But we did have our rehearsal dinner at Warehouse 72, and we really loved it. They made a little menu for us, and it says Ashley and Jake's rehearsal dinner, and they were just different things. It was the menu that we could choose from, which was really cute. I ended up wearing this dress. So it is a wrap dress, and it's like a really sparkly silver material or color, whatever. I got it on Red Dress Boutique, so I will go ahead and link that dress down below if you're interested. But I really liked it. I wore just regular nude heels, and then my earrings I got from Target. So these are my earrings, just something super simple. Okay, so now on to wedding stuff. I'm gonna really try and make this as short and sweet as possible. First of all, our save the date looked like this. I got it off of Vistaprint, I believe. So it was just this really cute picture on the front, and then it has a J and an A on the back, and then it has invitation to follow, and then it has our wedding website, which that's another thing I highly recommend getting a wedding website because it helped me so much. The knot is amazing. Then our invitation looks like this. I got this off Vistaprint as well, and it just says my parents' name, request the honor of your presence at the marriage of their daughter. I didn't tell them I was going to do this, and they didn't make this themselves. I wanted to do that because they did pay for the wedding, and I felt like I wanted people to know that. I wanted people to know that, to give them the credit, basically. It just has our names, and then the dates, the times, the location. It says reception to follow, and then on the back it says, please visit our wedding website for all wedding details, including hotel accommodations, directions, and gift registry. And then as I was about to send these out, I realized that I needed to get a little card. So I got this tiny little card made on Zazzle, I believe. It says online RSVP. In the interest of saving paper, we're asking that all of our guests kindly submit their replies via our wedding website before November 30th. And then I put our wedding website down there. I thought that these were going to match, and they didn't, but it's fine. And then lastly, our thank you cards. So I got these made on Shutterfly. It's just a picture of us that one of our friends took that I really liked, and then I put thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Varing, and it's like a little card that you fold over and you write in it. So those are our stationery. I'm gonna go quickly through our vendors. I'm not gonna mention the ones I wasn't impressed with. Our venue was Bridal Oaks. I'll put all the names here so that you have them. We loved Bridal Oaks so much. Could not say enough good things about them. So I would highly recommend Bridal Oaks. Again, the venue is amazing. They provided a security officer for us, and we just had to bring the money to pay them day of. So they hired them, and then we paid them. For the cake and cupcakes, I used Love Desserts. I know her personally, and I love her very much, and I wanted to support her business, of course. So for wedding day, we decided to do a small 2-tiered wedding cake, and then we got a groom's cake, which I didn't tell Jake about, and I got a little Rockets basketball looking thing because he's obsessed with the Rockets. If you know him at all, you know this very well. Then for majority of the people, I wanted to get cupcakes because it's just so much easier to grab a cupcake, not have to sit there, cut the cake, have somebody grab it, things like that. So I am very happy with that decision to do cupcakes instead of a full-on cake. So I don't remember specifically exactly which ones I had. I think I had lemon meringue, German chocolate, red velvet, and I think it was a Java. I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but I got to pick 4 flavors, which was awesome. And then for our wedding cake, we got Java, a coffee cake. And then for the groom's cake, Jake is obsessed with carrot cake, so I had to get him carrot cake. Again, I'd highly recommend Love Desserts. Check them out on Facebook. They're awesome. Love her so much. And I would really appreciate if you are doing a wedding in Houston, if you would check her out. Okay, so for catering, this is a huge tip from me. Cater from a restaurant that you really love, because hiring a catering company was just too much. It literally cost too much. So we decided to go with Pappasito's. We love Pappasito's. If you're from Houston, you know about Pappasito's. Pappasito's is expensive, but their catering actually was not as expensive. It was about $16.95 a person compared to other catering companies, which was about $25 to $30 a person. So if you were looking for a restaurant in Houston, I would highly recommend Papa's. Check them out on their website, and yeah, I really love them. Okay, so for florals, we used Heaven's Rain. Camilla is who you'll work with. Well, at least that's who I worked with. I absolutely loved her. She made the process so easy. She gives you like a quote, and it comes and it shows you what you're like asking for, and then what the price is, how many you need, and all that. And she was really, really flexible with wanting to change things and add things and things like that. It was amazing. And then day of, she came in, set everything up, was just like the sweetest human ever. And she came into my bridal suite area and was just wishing me the best luck. And it just like, she was just amazing. I would highly, highly recommend her. She is on the Knot, so it's a Santa Fe, Texas based company, I believe. So yeah, if you're looking for florals, I highly, highly recommend Heaven's Rain. Okay, for DJ, we had LG Entertainment. One of my best friends works for them, so obviously we use them. They did production and DJ. They were great. Production was awesome. The planning process was super simple, and like, it was just amazing. So I'm very happy with how that worked out as well. One thing about DJs though is I would recommend, if you make a playlist, like if they ask you to make a playlist for them, make it, but then emphasize the specific songs that you want to play, because Jake and I went through thousands and thousands of songs and like added them all to our playlist and loved them. But when certain songs are playing, he'll insert songs, like the DJ inserted songs that we liked, but there were specific songs that I wish we had really told him, like, hey, we love these songs. Can you make sure you play them? Okay, so photographer, we had a BLVD Photography, which is a sister company to Reverent Wedding Films, which is someone I found, like our videography is someone I found on, I think it was Instagram or Facebook. I've been seeing them everywhere. I really, really loved a specific company that was based like totally not in Houston, totally not in our area, and was really expensive. So this company was the closest that I had found that was almost exactly like that other company, but within our price range. I really loved them, and then I found their photography company through Reverent. We haven't gotten our photos or videos back yet, so I can't give a full on review on that, but I really loved the photographer we had. His name was Justin, and he was so awesome, and I would highly recommend, if you end up going with BLVD, ask for Justin if you can, because he was just amazing. I really, really loved having him there. He was awesome about making sure that we were on timeline. He would tell the videographers like, hey, I know you want to get this, but we need to hurry up and get to the first look or whatever it was, which was just amazing. For rentals, we went with Peerless, I believe is how you say it. We didn't need a whole lot of rentals, which I can go ahead and talk about later. It was really simple. We only had 3 things that we rented. It was a lot of things, but it was like not that much stuff, so it wasn't that difficult. But if you are going to go with a rentals company, please pick somebody you trust and that you are excited to work with, because there are companies out there that are very well known and popular, but don't go with them just because they're well known, because sometimes they're rude, okay? So that's all my advice for rentals. For drinks, we had to buy our own alcohol, so if you have that option, I would do that, because you can always find cheaper alcohol rather than someone saying, hey, I want to buy like top shelf, here's how much it costs. We bought our own alcohol. We bought wine and beer at Costco. We bought beer at Specs. We bought liquor at Costco. It's worth it to buy your own alcohol if you can. For hair and makeup, we hired Hair and Makeup by Lexi. I have known her personally for a while, and so I obviously wanted to support her. I was very happy with how they worked. They worked around our schedule, and just like, we're such sweet humans, so I'm just very, very happy with how things turned out. All the girls love their hair and makeup, which was amazing, and yeah, I would highly recommend them. Again, check them out on Instagram. I'll put their Instagram link right here. So our officiant, if you can, I know it's not always possible, but Jake personally knew someone from high school that he really, really connected with and loved, and so we ended up asking him to be our officiant, and everything worked out perfectly. So that was awesome, and I really loved that we made that decision. Okay, so lastly, for the hotel block, we ended up, Bridal Oaks, if you choose them, they have a La Quinta, they have a Marriott, they have like all these different hotels right by them. We ended up going with the La Quinta because it was literally 5 minutes down the road or something. And they didn't have any contract where like if you didn't fill it that they would charge you or anything, which was really nice. We really liked that. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about decor. I'm just kind of going through my Excel sheet, and it's just, if you've watched any of my other wedding update videos, you know like I have an Excel sheet. Everything's organized, how much we paid, notes, blah, blah, blah. So the centerpieces, my uncle ended up making himself with my dad and my mom and my aunt, which I ended up keeping one for myself, which I'm going to keep more than just one. I just took one this time because that's all we could fit in our car. So this was the centerpiece. They bought the wood, stained the wood, made everything themselves, and then my mom bought these glasses at the Dollar Tree. These I found on Wish, which are like, they're like light up battery powered lights. The battery lasts forever. We bought the fake snow on the bottom. We had a winter wedding, obviously. It was December 28th, so we decided to put snow in the bottom of it, and then the florist brought eucalyptus that we kind of stuck around the sides, so we really loved that. I can kind of hopefully insert a picture of our table, show you our napkins. We rented our napkins. We bought our napkin rings. We bought the silverware, and what else? I think that's it. So that was our table. We kept it really simple because, again, with this venue that I loved very much, their venue is just so beautiful, so I felt like we didn't have to decorate as much as we would have if we did it in like a ballroom or something. So I would highly recommend, if you haven't picked a venue already, pick one that you feel is already beautiful, not just a hotel ballroom, unless decorations come with it and it's included, because you're gonna spend a lot on decorations. I'll just put that out there. So I would go with a venue that you feel is already decorated enough and it's beautiful enough that you don't feel the need to basically redo the space. For our cake stands, my dad actually, so my parents have land, my dad actually cut part of a tree and we just made slabs, but he just put a gloss over them and then he just set it out on the tables. He put legs on some of them so they'd be different heights and stuff, and then he put that out on the table, and that was our cake table. So I was really happy with that. I felt like it had a Macbee touch. We made the centerpieces, we made the cake table. It was just nice to make stuff if you can. I would highly recommend doing that. But our cake topper was from Etsy. Etsy is your go-to place. I got so much from Etsy. It's ridiculous. And it says Mr. and Mrs. Varing. And then she just stuck this on top of our cake. I kept our cake really simple so that this would stand out and the flowers that we inserted on it would stand out as well. Okay, so our tablecloths I bought on Etsy, our cake topper I bought on Etsy, the welcome sign / guest book. So this was out, or it was supposed to be out, but it was very windy, so it was inside. This was our welcome sign and our guest book, which obviously you can see people sign. I think this was such an amazing idea, and I'm so proud of myself for picking that, because I feel like it's something we are going to still want to hang up in our house, but it's not a book that I'm going to have to keep track of and look through. I can just look at it the way it is. It's a beautiful sign. Bought it on Etsy. It was about $80, but it's worth it to me because I just absolutely love this. We hung it in our house before, and now we hang it in our house now, and it's just a good reminder of who came, all of our good friends and all that kind of stuff. So we really, really, really loved that. So for all of our signs, I don't know if I took any pictures of them, but if I did, I can insert them here. We decided to just buy blank acrylic sign and wooden little slat things, these holders, I don't know the words for everything. And then one of my bridesmaids actually wrote all the signs for me, and we displayed them, which was really nice because you save a lot of money on buying signs on Etsy. They're so expensive. So for our exit, we decided to buy bubbles. Then for the flower girls, I ordered their baskets and their petals on Etsy, and I can link them down for you below. I also ordered on Amazon necklaces that are personalized, and they're little kid necklaces, and they have their initial on it. It's a little heart, and I gave that to them day of. So I really liked that. It was a little bit more of a gift than just the basket they're gonna hold and petals to throw out. So I'm gonna go through some tips for just wedding planning. My biggest tip, and the thing I did wrong, is I didn't ask for help. I like to do everything myself, but I highly recommend ask people for help. They want to help you. They want to make you feel good day of. Another thing about making decisions, be picky, because if you have a vendor that is being rude in any way, which if your venue makes you pick specific vendors, that's a little different, but if your vendors that you picked are being rude, you have not signed a contract, you have not paid them, bye-bye. Read reviews on The Knot or Wedding Wire or Google, I don't know. Read reviews because they will tell you their honest opinion of how vendors are. So just read reviews. That's all I gotta say. While you're planning, the best thing I did for myself is create an Excel sheet with all the vendors that we wanted to hire, all the decor we wanted to buy, guest list, alcohol, all that is all in my Excel sheet. And thank God I decided to do this because I would have been a hot mess trying to figure that all out by myself. Another thing about organization, make folders within your email. So I did a wedding folder and then I did like venue, bartender, beauty, drinks, officiant, all those different emails, and so that I could just move them to that email so I have it all organized and it's not just in one big folder. Use The Knot or a planning site or something. If you're great with like online stuff, you can make your own website, good for you, but I'm not. So I use The Knot and they can RSVP on The Knot, which is fantastic. People aren't going to RSVP. You're going to have to reach out to people, so just keep that in mind. Allow yourself plenty of time before telling the vendors how many people are going to be there, because like catering and things like that need to know, and rentals need to know how many people are going to be there. Give yourself like a good 2 weeks before the 2 weeks before, so like a month before the day of. That's when you need to know your final count and start reaching out to people who have not RSVP'd. Okay, so I'm going to go through details now because I want to. So, day of, my dress I got at M2 Bridal, I believe. I'll put their Instagram right here. I ended up getting a belt with it because whenever I was at the store, I saw the belt and I liked it. So I ended up getting a belt, but I got it on Amazon for only $19 instead of buying the $500 one from bridal stores. So highly recommend Amazon or Etsy or anything like that to find accessories for your dress. Then my jewelry. So I don't know if you can see this, but I found this at Nordstrom and I was looking for a necklace day of, and this just like, it was meant to be, so I bought it. I was looking around for a necklace and I saw this and it's like a tiny, tiny little J. Jake is my husband, so obviously got it for Jake. And then my earrings I also got on Amazon, which are very cute, and I would wear them again every day if I could. This is what they look like. They're just drop, is that the right way? Yeah, they're just drop earrings, and they were very light, not too heavy. I loved them. So for the garters, get them on Etsy. They're way cheaper. Also, my garter kept falling off, so I just took it off. So for my old new Barden Blue, my dad gave me a Bible. This is a Bible that his parents got for their wedding day. So very cute. And it is from May 21st, 1949. So that was my old. Then my new was my dress. There's absolutely no need to find something specific just to be your something new, because literally everything you buy is something new. My something borrowed, I had a little sign, which I can insert a picture here, on our sweetheart table. That was from one of my bridesmaids whenever she got married and I was in her wedding, so I just borrowed that from her. And then my blue, I painted my toes blue. And then my veil, I got on Etsy. I really wanted a cathedral veil, and my dress was lace, so this is what it looked like. I had it made on Etsy. It was not super expensive at all. I did not buy new shoes. I had shoes from my sorority recruitment, which I thought were broken in, and were not. So highly not recommend getting high heels, okay? Get some flats. Oh, I did buy some Vans, which I'll insert a picture here. But I did buy for the reception some black Vans that I wanted to buy anyways, and everyone thought it was so cute. So I was very happy with that decision. Now, I want to talk about quickly things that are worth your money. To me, before you set your budget, sit down and think about what's important to you. To me, it was photo and video because I make YouTube videos. I love videos. Videos are a lot of memories for me, so I really, really wanted to have a good video. Then for photo, it's stuff you have for the rest of your life. You look at those photos forever. So that was worth it for money for me. And again, like I said earlier, a venue that's beautiful and you don't have to decorate a whole lot saves you money on a decor. So if you're buying a venue that you like that has decor of its own, it's worth the money. Things not worth it, okay? There's a lot that are not worth it. It's not worth it buying this or a veil or fancy jewelry or fancy shoes and all that for the wedding day. You're gonna wear it one time. Get you some earrings from Amazon, get you a belt from Amazon, get you a veil from Etsy. That's like $30 rather than $500, and it's fine. If you can make some stuff, good for you. Do that, because literally it's one day. There's absolutely no need to spend money like $1,000 on a pair of earrings. Okay, it's just my opinion. Buy stuff if it's cheaper. Tablecloths, napkin rings, silverware, other stuff. Not worth it to rent unless it's cheaper than if you buy it. So do your research on that. Figure out what's cheaper, what's more expensive, and then go with whatever's cheaper. Last but not least, we're almost done. Day of tips. So before day of, make sure everybody and their mom knows that you are not to be bothered at all. My dad was adamant about this, and I am so glad, because day of, I was a lot more stress-free. So give your planner, mom, grandma, aunts, whoever is doing the stuff day of, give their number to all your vendors and say, do not contact me. Thank you. Set a timeline as best as you can and try your best to stick to it, but don't be like me and be OCD about it and get really stressed, okay? Number 3, big important one, is order food or have somebody pick up food to the venue that day if you're wherever y'all are getting ready. And don't forget to eat. Along the same line, ask your caterer to make plates for you and for your husband, and have your groomsmen, bridesmaid, whoever, take it to the car for you whenever you get to the hotel. You can eat. That's what me and Jake did. Was the best. So glad they did that for us. So number 4, make sure you know exactly when your fiance is going to get there, because you don't want to be out looking at all the tables. Personal experience. Out looking at all the tables, making sure everything looks great, and then they're like, you need to go into your room because Jake's here. And I'm like freaking out. So make sure you know, and make sure they stick to the timeline you give them. Number 5, I think. Take pictures of everything. That doesn't mean you need to be your own photographer. It just means like take pictures of the day, take pictures of things happening, take little funny videos, capture those moments, but don't be on your phone the whole day, because that was the best thing for me, is not posting, not replying to any text messages, not answering any calls. My phone was plugged in for the music, and that's it, because I was adamant I did not want to be contacted, and I did not want to be on my phone the whole day. Lastly, on that same note, relax. Everybody had to tell me that. I had to mentally prepare myself, one, to socialize with everybody, because I'm an introvert, so I had to really prepare myself to socialize and to put myself out there. It's all your family and friends, but there are people there that are family and friends that you don't necessarily talk to all the time, and you need to be social. So mentally prepare yourself for that. And I also mentally prepared myself to not care if something goes wrong day of. If something happens day of, you literally cannot do anything about it. So just be okay with it. There are people there that will do what they need to do to make sure everything is done and ready. So relax, enjoy, again, take pictures, take little videos. I took little videos, as you can see in this little vlog right here. I didn't vlog the whole day, obviously. I didn't have time for that. I could not do that. But I did take little snippets, and it really means a lot to me. Like one of my bridesmaids, Alexia, took a lot of videos, and Kayla took a lot of videos and pictures, and I really appreciated that, because it was something that I didn't have to be on my phone, but I got videos and pictures of the day of, and it really just it means a lot to me to look back on it and see all that. So that is my long video. Hopefully I can cut it down to 15. Here's hoping. But that's my really long video about my wedding recap. I really, really hope you enjoyed and that it could help you. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below, and follow me on Instagram. You can DM me there. Happy wedding planning. And if you aren't wedding planning, thanks for watching anyways. And I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it 2 thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to stick around and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.